There we go. All right. Just tell my wife I'm having a lot of problems with my phone lately. Anyway, been involved in a lot of discussions about rabbits and heat. And we live in Georgia. And we've seen high 90s, very high 90s actual temperatures, and our rabbits are doing fine. It's hot enough in the morning that I'm not breeding them in the morning, but when the heat breaks a little bit more, I'm probably going to start breeding them again in the morning. They eat grass. They eat grass, they eat kudzu, they eat dock, they eat comfrey, they eat a whole bunch of stuff. This is their second breakfast. So anyway,
mention
just
the back over there.
Oh yeah, we saw these on. Saw somebody had recommended these to keep the bees out, the wood bees out. I will say this: it helped. They were down. They went down about 70 or 80. I say this as I got a bee working right there, but they work. They work well enough to where it was worthwhile, and I don't have to try to kill no bees, so no wood bees. So anyway, what I started to do the video on was temperature, and a lot of people have been complaining about how cold, how hot it is, how hot it is, how hot it is. We're having a heat wave. We're this temperature, that temperature, and typically I'm in the neighborhood of where they're at. But like I said, in Georgia we have a lot of heat, and especially this time of year, and this year we got more heat than normal. It's not the hottest year I've seen in Georgia, but it's hot. I'm older now, and I tolerate the heat less well. But the one thing that I think people do, talk about bringing the rabbits into a shed or air-conditioned, garage, or bring it into the house because it's hot, and I'm like, that's a terrible idea. Because your rabbits will never get accustomed to the heat for all the things, if you do those sorts of things. Now, I've been doing this for a lot of years, and we have been successful at times, and we've actually had some failures. Every now and again, like this week, we have an escape artist that's been getting out, and I've been having to try to rescue it from the dogs, because the dog's opinion is anything on the ground is theirs. So, but anyway, this shed is built in such a way that it's very open. And down on the end over there, we've got a side that we can close when it's stormy and nasty. But when it's hot, it goes up, and it rests on a 2x4. This board's been doing it. Yeah, the dog's panting too. And this one's gonna have to be replaced here shortly. It's been there so long, it's rotting pretty good.
About 15, 18 years.
Yeah, it's been there a while. Anyway, this set of cages here has always been a little bit too narrow, and so we're going to be building all of them wider from here on, including the two that are, well, the 1.5 that we've got. So, but the way this shed is built, it's open, it's airy. During the winter, when somebody's having babies, especially in a cage like there or here, my wife will often, one places along this end where the air is, where it's cold, where they can get breeze, the wind can blow in, freezing rain, My wife will get out here and say, I got to protect my babies. And she will put up stuff to give a little windbreak. And she'll put up plastic, or something like that, an old dog bag. She'll wrap it around something, and I leave my coffee cups everywhere. So, anyway, this is built open and airy. When the sun hits down on the roof, it creates a little bit of a, heat rises, and it's built a little bit at an angle. I would kind of wish I'd done it a little more. Because it does work pretty well. It does rise and move some of the heat out. When you step inside there,
it's nice.
Yeah, how much?
Inside there now.
How much did that? Yeah, I had my wife do the experiment. How much of that would you say that dropped the temperature?
Oh God.
10 degrees, 20 degrees, 15 degrees.
I'm going here. It's hot out there. I check my babies.
So, Anyway, just a video. We don't do anything. They get water. They have water every day. You know, they get water. Sometimes because I'm home, they get water 3 and 4. You know, if it's getting low, I'll change the water out. This is very much cooler than it is standing here where I'm at right now. It's way cooler, and I have not tried to measure the temperature difference. But the rabbits, if I take a cage down, set it out here right now, and
Oh, that'd be bad.
the rabbits are like, wait a minute, what's happened here? Put us back. So, and they're liable to get some of that in the next couple of days, because I'm going to double decker all of these, or several more of these anyway. Just a video on rabbits, and like I said, these guys, we bought some new bucks this year. I meant to buy them before the rabbit virus came out, and it came out when I was starting to look at some rabbits, and I said, yeah, I think we'll pass. I can make it another while. And so I just bought a couple of bucks this year, and going back to some Flemish Giant in my flock. These are all meat mutts, and all of the ones that have babies and have had babies they've been here for years, you know. Got one panting right now. She says, I'd rather be in one of the back boxes. So anyway, but the ones that struggle with the heat, I don't breed them. They go away, you know. And the ones that do well with the heat, they get to stay. We feed a lot of grass and kudzu and dock and other stuff. It's the main food my rabbits get. So anyway, just a video showing how you can build something a little more open and airy, and you'll help your rabbits out a whole lot. When the heat breaks, I'm going to probably breed some of my rabbits, because I've got some fairly young rabbits in cages here. And some of these I'm just too lazy to separate them from the mama, or I want to wait until I got a few more so we can kill a bunch at the same time. But anyway, if you enjoy this sort of thing, I would ask you to subscribe. And as you can see, they're very active. They're looking for the food. I'm probably going to throw a little bit more on top for them. So anyway, if you enjoy this sort of thing, I would ask you to subscribe. This is also something that's going to be cooling my place a little bit. These are Seminole pumpkins, and they're growing in with my comfrey, and they're going to be going up over the roof, and we'll let them grow over the roof, and they'll shade. It's kind of it's a cool look. We've done it before. We haven't done it the last couple of years because the pandemic made my work crazy, and now I'm fully retired, and I still can't get as many videos done as I want to get done. So anyway, just a short video. Well, it's almost 8 minutes. Anyway, if you enjoy this sort of thing, I would ask you to subscribe, and thanks for watching. Bye.